Thank you for joining. Today's topic, we are going to talk about how to cope with a long flight. I know it's something that we all do not like and we pretty much dread. However, if you do plan to travel across the country to Asia, to Europe, it's inevitable that you're going to have a long flight. I have a long 14-hour flight coming up next. So this was a nice topic to review and to put together for you guys so you can have some helpful tips for your next flight. So the first tip I want to give is go ahead and de-stress before you arrive. You don't want to arrive from your flights, just coming from a whole bunch of traffic and maybe you just had like a long day of work. Come already de-stressed. Go to the gym that day, have a good breakfast, go have lunch, don't come on an empty stomach and, rushing, trying to get on the plane. You know, be relaxed once you arrive. Another thing that goes with is check in early. Check in early. If your flight is scheduled to leave at, let's say, 5 p.m., then you need to get there around 3. You need to get there around 3 for international, and then, I would say 3:30 for within the country. Because you never know. There may be a long line at the check-in desk. There may be a long line for security, for checking your bags, checking the passport. And then especially if you're doing international, you have to wait in another line for customs. And then you have to, let's say, take a train or maybe go to the next terminal to find your gate. And then from there, they'll line you up and you'll get on your plane. So it's just very important that you just check in early. What I like to do is I like to just draw a whole sketch. I always do this. I always have a detailed time schedule. So I'll have for the day. What is my time for the day? So in that instance, if my flight takes off at 8, then I put that I'll get there at 6 p.m. Then let's say if it takes me an hour to get to the airport, let's say, at 4:45, call Uber. Give that time, that 15-minute time frame for the Uber to arrive to as well. Always have some buffer time, and then that way I can just keep track. Instead of keep looking at my watch and say, oh, how much time do I have left now? It's good to just have it written in my notepad there each time period, so I'll know exactly how I'm going as far as my goal and how late am I really am and how much extra time do I have while I'm traveling. So it just keeps things in perspective. And it's pretty interesting. I've actually seen a couple other people do this too, and we laugh at each other, but it's a really great plan. So I think it's a really great tip to follow. The next thing that I would say is reserve a good seat. If you're a tall person, let's say if you're like 5'10" and up, you may want the extra leg room. There's been some flights I've been on and it's kind of cramped, and I'm only 5'2.5", so if I'm saying it's a little cramped, it's a little cramped. So I can't imagine for someone to be like 6'4", 6'5", trying to fit inside a small area, with their electronics, and they're trying to sleep on a flight for 14 hours, they can get quite uncomfortable really quickly. So, reserve a good seat. If you're a little bigger, maybe you shouldn't pick the middle seat. Maybe you want to choose the window seat so you can lean on the window. I prefer the window seat. However, if it's too cold and you're going near Iceland or Greenland there, then maybe the window is too cold and it's like frosty and snowy. So just remember to pick the good seat that's going to suit your needs according to your height, according to your weight, and the way you sleep. Maybe you need to pick something that accommodates you as far as the seat. And the next thing I would say is move around in the plane. Move around. Like if you're on a flight, it's 15 hours. Don't just sit in your chair the whole time. You're just sitting there. Get up every 3 to 4 hours and just get out there. Which brings me to my next point is stretch. You want to do a really good stretch, stretch your arms. You want to come up here. You want to stretch your back, get your bodies flowing, come up here, roll your neck, reach your toes, get a good stretch, and do this for every 3 to 4 hours. This is very, 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 very important because, trust me, your body will love you for it. What gets me into my next thing, before you get on the plane and you're at home, it's important to charge everything. Charge everything. Charge your phone. I would say bring about maybe 1 or 2 power banks. Bring that, because I've been on a few airlines, unfortunately, and there's no way to charge your phone or your iPad or your iPod or Android or whatever it may be, and that sucks when you land to somewhere and you only have 20% or 30% or 5% battery. What if you need to call for a taxi, or what if you need your phone? Someone's picking you up from the airport, so you need your phone to be working. So bring your power bank, make sure everything is charged, all your electronics, everything's charged, even the power banks. You're juiced up. Now that we're on a topic of electronics, I'm going to talk about a tablet. So either your tablet or your phone, whatever your main media you use, make sure you download like 3 or 4 books on there, maybe some movies, maybe some podcasts you want to hear. Maybe you want to learn a new language. It's the perfect time, especially if you're learning the language for the country you're going to go to. It's a good time now to start practicing your phrases, is hearing, training your ear, the language too as well. And then, put some games on there. You know how it is. If you're going to be there for a long period of time, you need to have at least, 50% of entertainment, 50% of the time entertainment right there on your electronic. It helps a lot, unless you're going to sleep the whole time. Which, now that we're on topic about sleep, some people find it very hard to sleep on a plane. So if you're one of those people who it's kind of hard to sleep on a plane, or just sleep in general, like noises bother you, being in unfamiliar places bother you, then I recommend having some sleeping pills. Just take 2 sleeping pills and then you'll be knocked out. But I recommend taking them at the beginning of the flight. Don't take them towards the end of the flight, because you'll be kind of drowsy once you get off the plane, and then it's kind of counterproductive. So take those in the beginning of the flight if you plan to sleep through the flight. Another great helpful tip I would say is bring your own snacks. Now keep in mind that you want to keep your snacks, just make sure it is under 4 ounces, as far as liquid. So this is an example here. This is a liquid bottle. You basically don't want any liquid or anything like this in your carry-on bag. Therefore, you just want like dry snacks. So I put that there because I brought this out here because you can't even have a bottle of water or any liquid that's more than this bottle. So just keep that in mind. I don't know if you was bringing like applesauce or something like that, something of that consistency, or liquid form. Just be careful with those in the carry-on bag. But as far as snacks, some good suggestions, some popcorn that's already popped, some trail mix. You can make you some sandwiches too as well. Donuts, potato chips, raisins, craisins, nuts, cashews, whatever type of snacks, cereal bars, energy bars, Cliff bars. Just bring enough snacks, because, especially if this flight doesn't offer snacks, or do offer snacks, but maybe they're like overpriced. Maybe it's like $20 for a ham sandwich or something like that. I don't know, a turkey sandwich. Then you want to bring your own snacks. Just be careful that it's under the 4 ounces. I know, I'm not making this up. I know one person I saw in the security, they end up taking their jelly donut because their donut had more the liquid inside of the donut. It's one of those filled donuts. So they made him throw away his donut. So just be conscious of that. I also know one girl mom, she like spent so much time to like make this soup or whatever, and she spent so many hours, and she basically tried to bring like the pot or whatever, the soup, and they made her throw it all the way out. So I mean, that I just felt kind of sorry for her, but just be careful when it comes. You can't even bring like a bottle of water. Just be careful. What you can do, this can already be empty, and you can fill it up in the water fountain once you get on the other side where the gates are located. That's the deal. Bring a refillable water bottle. Okay, let's talk about sound on the plane. Because, face it, it's, 10, 14, it's a long flight. And some things are going to bug you. Maybe some baby is going to be crying, or a woman's going to be talking too loud, or maybe someone's farting really loud, whatever it may be. So I recommend getting some noise canceling headphones. Some earplugs could also help too as well. These are all good to have. A pillow is really good for comfort. Most of the airlines will have blankets. Take advantage of those blankets. Take them anyway. You can use them. It does get cold on the plane. Or you can, if you didn't bring your pillow, you can take the blanket and kind of like wrap it up. Kind of a roll up. And then you can put like on your neck here and and that can be your pillow. Make your little pillow there. So use those blankets. They come in handy. Another thing that I will say is do not pack too much in your cabin luggage. I understand that, maybe you already checked in like a bag or two, or you maybe have like a lot of stuff, but just don't pack too much in a cabin. Or better yet, be organized. Be organized. Things that just imagine yourself on the plane. Think about all the things you need on the plane, that you need, like, access to. So what you don't want, basically, is what I'm trying to say, is having your bag out. You have all these people around you, and you're like really searching for something, really searching for a comb, brush, medicine, whatever it may be. All that stuff needs to be with you at your chair already, or at the top of the bag. So when you open the cabin up, unzip your bag, boom, that bag is there. So some helpful things that you maybe put in this easy access bag. Okay, gum, toothbrush, toothpaste, a Band-Aid, some change of clothes, deodorant. I also would say saline solution, especially people who get like dry eyes, or people who have like tired eyes too as well, or like your eyes and your fluids in your body gets really dry and dehydrated on the plane. So I like to use it for my eyes, and then I also like to use it for my nose though. You can also get a nasal spray. It's all saline solution. So if you get like the eye drops, those are fine for your eyes and your nose. Just make sure it's just saline. Just like the contact solution, basically. Same solution. But though that works wonders. Another step, me personally, a tip I would like to say is I like rose water, which is, I get these little small ones right here. This is actually like just 2 ounces. And it's just rose water. It's just like perfect. So you just, once you get up on the plane, you just spray your face, and you just feel like, if you have rose water, or if you tried rose water, you know how refreshing it can be. So it's just good to have like some hand sanitizer, gel, also like some wipes too as well. Like some baby wipes are great. Maybe you want to wipe your face, your hands, your neck, some areas, and change your underwear, whatever it may be. But you want to feel refreshed. You will feel rusty and crusty once you get off the plane. But if you maintain yourself, and especially during the connection flights, you brush your teeth, you won't feel so crunchy. And, especially if someone's picking you up from the airport and you just smell really bad, and you're all musty and sweaty and gross and stained clothes, and your breath stink, like, it happens. But I'm here to teach you how to travel well and travel comfortably, and this is what this video is all about. Now, another thing is, speaking of comfortably, I would like to talk about comfortable clothes. So comfortable clothing is just means like, you know, of course we don't want to go to the airport with pajamas on. No, you don't go to the airport like that. You want to be comfortable, however you want to look presentable, you know. Someone told me, I think it was like a family member, or my mother actually, I think she told me, you know, you never know who you may see at the airport, you know. You may see Barack Obama, you may see, you know, a celebrity Rihanna, you might see Beyonce, probably not because they're on the jet, but or you might see, you know, a potential employer that you're going for, or whatever it may be. You don't know. The airport is full of people traveling internationally from all around the world. You never know who you're sitting next to. This could be a new business partner, or, you know, a client, or whatever it may be. Point is, you want to dress presentable. So shirt, some pants. I like to also have maybe like some shorts, or maybe some comfortable, like some long pants, like yoga pants or something like that. I change right before I get on the plane or in the plane. Just something comfortable, you know, I can move in. Women too as well. You know, I wouldn't recommend wearing thongs either, you know, for a long flight as well. You know, just keep it comfortable. You want to wear cotton, everything. Just, you know, it's hot and be sweating. You know, your body temperature is all over the place, and you're sitting down, and you're traveling maybe 24 hours, 36 hours, long time. So just keep it fresh, keep it airy, keep it breezy. Wear breathable clothes, you know. Don't wear anything that you wouldn't want to get like messed up. So I also wouldn't wear like my best clothes traveling too as well. Because traveling is just dirty. It's just dirty. All those people, it's dirty. Another thing is, speaking of clothes, I would recommend is taking off your shoes. Take your shoes off. So, you know, if you're one of those people who have stinky feet, you know, try to, you know, get that fixed before you go traveling, number one. But and also bring like athlete foot powder or spray or something like that. And I also would keep that in my cabin bag, or check it in if it's if it's over that 3 fluid ounce limit. Make sure you treat yourself. You don't want to spread that anywhere, or, you know, vice versa. So yeah, take your shoes off, have some extra socks. You know, give your feet some time and some fresh air. You know, even traveling so much, your feet is like in that hot shoe. You know, so it's just good to have your feet breathable. But these are all my tips. Sorry it's a little bit long and drawn out, but I just want you guys to get a great idea about what to pack, what not to pack, and, you know, how to basically have a great trip on the way to your dream destination. So let me know which tips did you find helpful, and do you have any extra tips that you would like to share? And also, if you have any comments, please comment below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.